Bogey's shooting performance, a couple of shots today from Fort Wayne, and also the resiliency of your team to come back from 17 down halftime.
It's been a lot of fight in these guys all season long, and we've been in that situation at half where we've been down or we haven't played our best basketball, and they come out and just continue to fight, continue to scrap. They stay together, and they pull out another big win as they did tonight. Holding them to 33, 34 points in the second half. I thought we got physical defensively, did a good job of keeping the ball in front and rebounding the basketball, and we just fed off of that, our energy on the defensive end of the floor. Bogey's been solid. He's been that way all season long for us. He went through a stretch where his shot wasn't falling, and a lot of people was questioning what was going on with him. But he's playing D and shooting the ball like that. We're a solid team. And he wanted it tonight. We made some adjustments to move him around, and then defensively just try to stay in front of LeBron. And that's you're taking a pounding on the defensive end of the floor when you're guarding LeBron. But offensively, he found some energy. He got some good looks and knocked him down.
Nate, obviously it's a different team this year than last year, but it is the one-year anniversary, if that's what you want to call it, of the 26-point lead you guys blew against the Cavs in the playoffs last year. Like I said, obviously this team's different, but on the one-year anniversary, you guys kind of have the opposite, will to win, so to speak. Just thoughts on that?
That game has been brought up twice today. We really are not thinking about the past. We knew we had to play better basketball tonight. We needed to bring energy. I thought we just stayed with our game plan and, found a way to get stops and to score some baskets. Their defense was unbelievable in that first half, but most of these guys wasn't even here last year, so they wouldn't know what I was talking about if I did bring that game up. We knew we had to play better basketball even here at home. They did that and earned this W tonight.
Nate, is a game like this the reason you stick with a guy like Bogdanovic throughout those shooting slumps and just keep going back to him and going back to him?
Yeah, we our guys. We're going to stick with our guys. We don't have a lot of options, really to make drastic changes. We're confident that his next shot is going to go in. I think defensively he continues to improve on the defensive end of the floor, guarding some of these great players. He's had to guard LeBron and DeRozan and Paul George. Just some outstanding wings. And as he said before, he's never been asked to do that until he came here, and just continues to work at it and does his best to stay in front. And that's all you can ask. He's done a solid job.
Nate, at the break, Oladipo only had 5 points on 4 shooting attempts. What were they doing to cause him problems in the first half? And in the second half, was your intent to go to use Bogey more than you were using Oladipo, or did it just happen that way?
Well, you have to make adjustments, throughout the game. And the first half, we was running our pick and roll sets. They were trapping that every time, at which a lot of times Vic was involved handling the basketball. In that situation, when you got too committed to the ball, you got to get it out, which is what we tell him to do. That wasn't working. We was getting it out, but we really weren't scoring. We basically made some adjustments to open up the floor and give him an opportunity to attack, and he did a good job of making reads.
Thad Young, seems like what happened in the second half, the comeback, as much as Bogey's threes, what he was able to do, LeBron with the pressure, you put him on him late, but also Kevin Love didn't get any points in the second half, I believe, until that three hit. What in particular that you see that do differently than maybe he's done before, or is it just a matter of him just doing it harder or better?
Well, first of all, we made some adjustments ourselves tonight defensively. And, we wanted certain matchups tonight, and I thought those guys did a good job of defending their position. As we've said to our team, we have to be the aggressors in this game, and we have to play this team. And I thought we did. I thought we did that the first half. They pretty much had control of that first half. The second half, we continue just scrapping, being physical defensively, getting after it, and I was able to get some breaks and score some buckets and get back into the game. So the way that played is the way we all need to play, and if we're going to give ourselves a chance to win, and we did that again tonight. As I said, we've been in this position before, and these guys continue to come out. It's a 48-minute game. And, it took all 48 minutes tonight.
We saw Bogey tasked with guarding LeBron throughout the regular season, but was there a specific conversation you had with him going into the postseason saying, hey, this is your assignment? And if so, what was his response?
With our group, I didn't know what his assignment was, at the beginning of the season. And, it was wait and see with our guys. We were developing this team all season long because we didn't know what we had. And as we continue to go through the season, we saw growth. They were put in position where they had to do certain things. And, okay, who do we go with? Who do we want to match up? He was the guy who has some size at the 3 position. So normally he got the best 2 or 3, that assignment, guarding. And he continued to work at it. We trust him. And, basically we're going through that same thing here in the playoffs, figuring out who do we have, what are we made of? And, we wanted to get him on LeBron. He has some size, has some strength. And, he does about as good as you can do. Just try to stay in front of him.
Nate, what has, other than working at it, what has Bogdanovich done to be an effective defender? There were times in the game tonight he's sticking his head into LeBron's midsection.
I think he's committed to working on the defensive end of the floor. I think a lot of guys in this league, as he said, he was never asked to do that. And we have asked him to be a two-way player, and he has, taken on that challenge to work at trying to guard the players we've asked him to guard. Guys like DeRozan. Tonight is LeBron. These wings who can handle and play. So he's committed to working on becoming a better defender.